is the film festival?
Saturday.
It's time for Funday Monday! Welcome, everybody. With absolutely no planning or advanced scheduling, once again we're here
We got
for
a box.
Funday Monday.
No, we got a box. That's why I came. I had to
Heather
drop this
came
off.
home to visit and bring things. And this,
Home?
today,
Home from where?
home from
My home?
your home.
From Lucy's.
From Lucy's.
Home from Lucy's. There's Nat Cat. Hey, Nat.
How
All
did
right.
she get here so quick?
Because people
She's
who
always here.
subscribe,
They have
Yeah.
your notifications
They
turned
see the
on?
little
I
thing.
get the notification.
Bonjour, Emrys.
I get emails, actually.
Bonjour. Quelle heure est-il en France maintenant? Parce que je crois qu'il est 7 heures.
Cool.
1,
can't
2,
speak for
3, 4, 5,
You can
6,
count to
7.
seven.
7 heures.
You can count to 7.
Wait, can I just have the laptop in front of me? Because I don't have my glasses.
You could switch.
Okay.
You respond to the people.
Okay.
Dun,
They're
dun,
like,
dun,
I can't
dun,
really see one.
dun, dun, dun. We're going to get copyright for Indiana Jones now. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, wait, what happened with...
So,
Sorry.
couple things, people. The first ever debut of Spooky Time with Sam already had 2 copyrights. How?
Nice.
Wait,
the
Heather, what are you
for
even
the
doing?
YouTube
Stop.
video
We're
and-
not there yet.
First Spooky Time with Sam.
Go say hi to people.
Like,
Wait,
what are
it's
the
not
2
on. Hold on.
things?
Wait,
Oh my
it's
God.
not on.
So,
Answer your phone.
Who is it?
Your wife calling.
yeah, hurry up, bring it. All right, Neely, tell people about things.
About what?
I don't know, you're on. Hello.
Hey guys.
So, why does he have to put the laptop over here? That's so annoying.
It's
Whoa,
me and
look
Neely
at the delay.
from D&D with high school students. I know. Oh, this is actually
The delay
a longer
sucks.
delay. It's usually not that long.
This dude says hi.
It is a Monday.
I like your profile picture of this dude.
It is 1:12 p.m. It is set 6th period.
I don't know.
6th period.
I'll go here.
This. I
Someone
was
said Monday fun day.
supposed to go to the nurse's office. Yeah, Monday fun day.
We have a
What do we
podcast.
have? Some questions? Yeah, 2 copyrights. I know one.
Yeah.
Hi.
I didn't know it got copyrighted.
One copyright was from the title, like Spooky Time with Sam, and I don't know what the other one
What?
is from.
What do you mean the
Like
copyright
Spooky Time with
title?
Sam,
That
got
already exists?
copyrighted. Yeah, and then
It was the
was
clips.
the YouTube video.
Yeah. So we had embedded the clips that she was watching, and like
Yeah, that makes
some like
sense.
random German or Asian company.
Wait, cut this side,
Okay.
because it's already like open.
Okay. Postscript. But even though the copyright strikes happened, it's fine.
But it's fine.
It's fine.
Hi, bye. Back to work I go. I'll watch it later. Bye,
Hi.
Mark.
So,
Okay.
Heather brought this box from Madly Effects from our friend Andy. And I think I know what it is.
You're like-
Oh my god, I'm so
And
excited.
Kevin was there too.
And Kevin was there too?
Yeah.
Where were you doing over there, Heather?
We had to repack stuff that got damaged.
So you got a
in
little bit of work?
shipment.
A little bit of work going on. Heather,
Yeah.
did you see that thing that I tagged you on
Yeah, I'm going.
for the women?
I signed up.
Good. For $5, that's
Yeah,
worth
for
it.
$5.
Oh.
So cheap.
Oh my god, Neely, look. Ready?
God.
Unboxing time. Here we go. It's,
I'm actually shook.
there are
Look at
so
it.
many tiles.
These are like grass ones.
Okay,
They're
so
beautiful.
Andy, in his spare time, whenever he has leftover,
Andy like doesn't have spare time.
I know.
I don't understand.
look
like,
at this one.
He's
It's just
so busy.
it's a blob of extra. This
That's
is
what
so
this
yeah.
He's like
So-
the busiest person I've ever
So
seen.
basically, oh my god, but it's sharp. Watch out.
I know it's
I think I
sharp.
just cut
I'm
my
scared.
hand.
Did you?
So basically, he pours dungeon tiles with his
I'm
leftover resin
I
stuff.
love that.
And these are awesome because they're not
They're so durable.
they're not just normal resin. They're not just like plaster. They're super rubberized, so they're almost like Dwarven Forge's Dwarvenite. And now
Watch out,
people will be
Dwarven
like, "How can I
Forge."
buy them?" So
Andy's coming for their brand.
I think here's the thing: we're trying to work on a deal with Madly Effects, so that we can mass produce these and sell them
Whoa.
through the D&D with high school students.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
When is it?
But
when did
it's
that
not.
happen?
We have to work out the deal. Number one. Number two.
Andy's
it would
like
mean
the
that
busiest
basically,
man ever.
yeah, but it would basically mean that Andy would subcontract Heather. So in a way, if this deal works out, it would give Heather a ton of work, just pouring dungeon tiles all day for me, and then we would sell them, and then help.
This one's
support
gonna be
the
so
program.
much taller than this one.
Yeah. So some of them aren't the the right height. But you know what? That's fine, people, because when it comes to gaming terrain,
It adds character.
it's still, yes, exactly, Neely. It adds character. One of those was,
Bill Heaven when he sees D&D tiles.
look at
Someone
this weird
said
one
more
that's like,
stuff to make the kids paint.
Looks
Yes,
peanut
it
brittle.
is.
Yeah.
we're going to paint these.
How
I'm
many
so
of your
excited.
parents
We're doing
watch the show and do they like what they see?
My parents do not because they don't care. Heather's mom does.
My mom watches the show because, well, not really anymore because I'm not in it, but whatever I'm in, she watches because she thinks it's cool. I don't know.
I'm going to have
My
to get
mom
like a
just
sander.
likes watching things that I'm in.
ASMR.
Do it the other way. Do it the other way.
Because, well, and also, like, I'm the youngest,
the blunt
so,
edge?
like, my mom gets excited.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm the last kid to, like,
Do
I don't
anything.
know. Yeah, like, my sisters have, like, real life
I think
jobs.
this has a nail
to,
file
like,
in it.
corporate jobs to go to.
Yeah. So we have all the fun.
Yeah.
To answer
so my
your
mom's
question.
like, ooh, fun. Cute.
Yes.
She gets excited. Lucy gets excited. And she thinks it's funny when everyone in the comments says hi to her.
Hi,
She might be
Lucy.
watching
She
right
does think
now.
that's funny.
If she got the email, she, like, could be watching.
Sometimes I would
someone
use
said,
this.
why are you
literally
not
can
in
bring
class?
a sander
It's like a nail
tomorrow.
file, and I'm using it to file
I'm
off
going to
dungeon
makeup
tiles.
school.
Yeah,
I don't-
Heather, tell
I
us
don't
about
go to
makeup
class.
school.
It didn't start yet.
When does it start?
December.
And where will it be?
Ooh, are you so hyped?
Well, I don't want to, like,
Tell your personal information.
yeah.
All right.
Are you
So,
excited? How
so
much did you pay?
What's
What's your social security
a
number?
lot of money? I'm scared.
some of these are super special, but you know what? Nobody can complain about
They're
free.
gonna get painted though.
That's
aren't
right.
Do other students in the school think it's cool that you guys are popular on YouTube?
they? Everybody, nobody
No,
knows.
Nobody
no one
knows.
knows. We have
Literally,
4,000
Radio
kids
is
at
so
this school.
overhyped. Radio is so overhyped.
Yeah, I feel like, does anyone
TV
even
is
care
so
that,
much
that we
cooler.
won an Emmy?
No.
People actually do. Like the legit,
Like,
the
have we
winning
ever
of the
talked about it?
enemy,
Enemy?
the enemy,
Enemy.
might be one of the great achievements in giving
Yeah.
us some recognition.
That's
For
finally,
like D&D, everyone's like, "What's it?"
they don't even know.
Nobody even knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Which
too
is
many
good.
kids at our school.
I kind of like that.
No one knows. Yeah, it's kind of like I wouldn't want to be treated like we're famous.
Even though we medium are
Like a
famous.
celebrity. or
Yeah,
whatever.
I just want to be treated like a normal
I just want to be treated like a
kid.
normal high
I
school.
just want to be
student.
treated like I'm normal for once.
Crawford, bring me a garbage can. All right.
Carl said no. I mailed it like a month ago. It never showed up. She said.
Wow, Carl. Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, hey, it's DoD Spec Ops. Bill looks dangerous with that
Hey.
Swiss Army knockoff. This is, where's my tool? This is the Leatherman, by the way. The Leatherman Super Tool 200, which is a utility tool. And if you are going into the film industry, people, you
Useful.
should have one of these.
I just have my little pocket knife.
The
that I stole from
basic
my
tool,
dad.
yeah, the basic tool
Wait.
for every production assistant or art person
I have a
is this.
I have a question that I just thought of. That's
I use
totally
it all the
irrelevant.
time though.
Can you like write Neely out on Thursday as a field trip, and she can come with me to Rise and Shine? Please, because I don't want to drive there by myself. I have to drive through like Little Village.
Please.
I'm scared.
No.
Come on. Hi, Garvars.
Wait, I might have
Please.
an actual field trip on Thursday.
Oh, wow.
Can you please like write her
I
out as a
might.
field trip? Because it's literally
Garbers,
related to
give me
this.
a little garbage can that I could swoop this extra resin into.
Swoop.
Swoop.
Swoop diddy whoop.
Okay, what else are we doing today? Today is a day in pink foam. So, before we burn this with a hot wire foam cutter, we have to peel off this,
Hi,
people.
Justin.
Plastic.
So, pay attention.
Okay.
This
Come
is
hang out.
plastic. We have to peel it off before.
I'm already
breathe in
very
that dust.
I'm
That's
already
like
very experienced in pink foam.
Really? Is that why you were going to
Thank
cut
you.
it with the hot
I'm-
wire foam? With
yeah.
the plastic still
Only
on it, Smarty?
experience
Yeah.
in pink foam is in house installation.
Oh my god, Heather, just put this here
Yeah.
and then
I didn't want to get it in your
swoop
way.
that in there.
No. Okay.
Okay. There you go. There you go, Neely. Now, today, children, we're going to make...
Okay, bye.
Hey, we're doing art, too. We're doing art with hot wires. Tell Paige we said hi.
Who goes to class?
Are you in his room now?
Okay. I already saw Paige.
Pink foam ASMR. It totally is. All right, so, Neely,
Yeah.
we are going to make little, like rock formations that
Okay.
we
You
can
guys are
make
funny.
stackable. Okay?
What does
So-
that even mean?
What do we mean by stackable?
No, like, how is that gonna work?
Maho says
What's the
do it
game
closer.
So we're going
to
to use
the-
that hot
Hi,
wire
Sam.
foam cutter. Hi,
I've
Sam.
been charged.
Says do it closer to the microphone.
Okay, ready? Oh, that was the worst sound ever. It sounded like a
Free
plate breaking.
advertisement for Coca-Cola.
So
Oh, rip.
I'm going to
Yeah.
take this one and I'm going to cut this in half.
Right.
Okay.
Stop. I hate
Hamburger,
that.
And then-
hamburger style.
Nat Cat says,
What we're gonna
please
do-
no ASMR.
Sorry, Nat Cat.
What we're gonna
I thought
do-
she left. I thought she left.
Without
Okay.
ruining my laptop, we're gonna turn the hot wire on. We're gonna let it warm up, and it should be pretty instantaneous. See the
There it
burning?
is,
That's
yeah.
from when Heather and
Did it
I
get-
built a
did you
mountain.
let
like the top up here.
Okay, so what you do
I have this like gray shampoo.
is
that
we're
I
gonna
put
go
in, and
along
it,
this,
like,
and
I
you don't pull
showered,
super
like,
hard, right?
Before I
Right,
came
because
here.
it's gonna
So,
melt.
like,
But
it
you kind of go
made it
like
look really
along
bright.
it, and while you're going along, we're
Do,
kind
like,
of
random stuff.
random stuff, exactly. And you could stop at any time, just kind of pull that chunk off. Okay, now watch.
The heck?
Over
See how it
under
gets
on
a
how
cool
many
texture?
times
Yes.
someone burns
That was
themselves.
so
And
So-
then you stack it up. You'll
Yes.
make it like a smaller
It
one.
smells
Put it
so
on
bad.
top.
We
Right.
Definitely
So what
going.
we're gonna do is just cut these clean edges off,
Yes, it's just plastic.
and I'm just
that's
sawing
burning.
through.
Yeah.
Yep, it's just styrofoam. We're all gonna die someday, so we might as well just
It's
do this.
death
now.
is inevitable.
Yeah. So then, see another chunk,
I'm-
right?
How big do you want?
I am
So
shook.
what you're gonna
Wait,
do
everyone look at
is
my nails.
you're gonna go
They have,
around
like,
the
a
edges
skull on them.
Okay.
Whoa.
of each one
Aren't
of
they
these,
cool?
and
This
then
one
you're gonna
broke,
make it
but-
progressively.
Aren't they fun?
Right. So
They
like
have-
this will be a big one, right?
Right.
This will sit on top of that, and then maybe you break this up into two, and you make two
Do the
smaller
top,
ones.
okay.
Then we're not going to glue them together,
Right.
but this way when we
It can be however big
texturize
as you
them,
want.
yeah.
Please, no
So this is
ASMR.
just the edge texturing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what we're gonna, and by the way, if you want to do a cut in, like a weird
Yeah.
like woo, 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 like that kind of thing, you can do that. See.
Tea.
Now don't throw these out because
can
actually
use them.
you
Nat
could use
Cat
them
likes
as well.
lemongrass.
Use
Okay.
your nails and scratch it.
Ew.
So
From Heather.
With
Scary.
the foam, make it.
Don't let it go to your head, Bill.
There's like, do you want this?
oh my god, there's so many.
There's like a
Hello,
sip left.
DOD spec
So you're gonna do
ops.
the edges around this big one.
Okay.
But don't cut in too much because we want it to be able to like that, and then another one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm having flashbacks.
So then, once the edges are all done, then you're gonna texturize the top. Now, how can you texturize, Heather? What's one thing that we use to texturize? Broken sidewalk.
Wire brushes.
That's true.
Oh,
or
rocks.
wire brushes. Or what if I just tried this? Nope, doesn't do anything. Rip.
Absolutely not.
So,
Rip.
Heather, I need that.
Careful.
so that's one thing.
Ooh.
Now, if it
Around
gets
the
too
edges.
smoky, then we'll have to take a pause because we definitely
Burning.
don't want to set off the.
Burning pink foam.
Matthew's like,
Neopip
please
said,
let me
you guys
smell
are
the
abusing
poison.
power. If you have power and you don't abuse it, do you
Oh
have
my god,
power?
it's so shook.
Are you sure?
I'm good.
Should I go over that again?
All right, I have to go teach class. So
Oh, you
continue on with this process, and then what
no,
we'll
I wanna
do,
go to Paige's room now.
we will. That's fine. So you can let Matthew sub out for you. So then we'll texturize them,
Matthew
and
has
then
a
we'll
pre-cut
start
test to
painting
take.
them
Right
on
now?
Funday Monday. Heather, you address the dance.
Okay, I'm chatting.
Isn't it 7th period?
No, you gotta address them in real life.
You're not doing it
I
right.
know. But like, ask questions, people.
Okay. I'll be back.
Why? Neely?
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Neely.
You did
Bye,
not.
Neely.
What do you mean you did not, Neely? You just handed it to me.
It's
It
fine. You just have to
literally-
unplug it and let it
and
cool
re-
down.
Let's just
Turn
watch
it
it on
off,
the stream.
turn
Let's
it
watch
off.
it on the stream.
I don't want to watch it. Turn it off and unplug it.
Let's watch on the stream.
And then when it cools down, we can rewrap it.
You can watch a replay.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Mr.
Prove
Page's
O'Malley's
room.
innocent.
Goodbye.
So, it's not touching anything bad right now.
Oh. What?
Get on, Neely. Get on.
That's funny.
Get on.
When did it happen? Before I handed it to
Yes,
you?
Bill is gone.
Yeah,
we can
it
now
happened-
have an
it
only
happened,
girl
like,
stream.
literally right when you
Sorry.
handed it
Oh.
to him.
I'll be back.
Any
Wait, I need my
beginner
charger.
tips
My
for
phone is,
painting minis? Tiny brushes.
Do at least one base layer.
Yeah. Do like a base layer over the whole thing. I don't know. Like just tiny little brushes and buy cheap minis. Yes, Neely?
Paint that's not gonna chip off.
Use, like,
rubberized paint, like acrylic.
Yeah, use acrylic paint so it doesn't chip off. Use tiny brushes.
Take your time. Take your time. Don't rush it. I
Yeah.
rushed it.
Buy cheap minis like for practice. Like go on Amazon and just buy like a bunch of them. Is that a thing? I don't know.
Oh.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much control does Bill have over the channel? 1 being it was never his channel. 10 and 10, Bill is secretly typing these messages. Bill
Say
has
what?
like an 8 over his channel.
I was gonna say like
I was saying,
we all put input, but
Yeah,
over
it's
like
Bill's
in the
channel.
end, yeah, I mean,
Bill should start live streaming his class lessons. I don't know.
legal issues.
Legal issues.
yeah. Would
Maybe
it be?
maybe not okay.
Well, because they
Definitely.
Need consent from all the parents.
Oh yeah.
LOL at Heather. Haha. Thanks.
Lol. Lol.
Is Bill the coolest teacher you guys have ever had? I'm
Yes.
jealous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You should be jealous. If you go to heaven and meet God, God's still not as cool as Bill.
He's our emperor.
Bill's the emperor.
No one's asking questions.
How many people are
Do
watching?
you
guys
guys
think
think-
you'll eventually divide and have an inner turmoil against the group like last season? Well,
No, I'm not in it. Are you?
I'm not in
No,
it,
yeah,
but
you're
I'm
not in
watching it. And considering I know these people outside of D&D, yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if they heard me because I was playing with this, but yeah.
They'll
I think they will.
They'll use their outside emotions
Yeah.
in the game.
Definitely.
Um,
We all love each other, but hate
Yeah.
each other like a family, you know?
you remember how much we would all fight last year?
That was because of two certain people that we will not
We
name.
will not mention it.
They are gone.
I'm scared.
Not you, Heather.
Yeah, I know.
Duh.
Best beginner tip for painting minis: learn to dry brush. That's very true. I have the feeling Heather is more often in the stream now
From the school.
from this school than she was before.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. What is he saying?
I think he's saying you're in the stream more now that you're out of school.
Oh, yeah, because I, like, have time.
Heather works and goes to
Sleep.
no. You go to actual school, though. Like the makeup
Yeah,
school,
makeup
yeah.
school. It didn't start yet, though, actually,
No.
because it's,
Well.
like, workshop style.
Heather's working, don't worry.
What's
She's
the-
not lazy.
Yeah, I go to work. I take care of my dog. I don't know. I do stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Why
D&D
did
drama.
Garbars just ask if I'm dyeing my hair back to brown? Shut up, Garbars.
Because I follow your Instagram.
What's... Ow, I shit my...
Yeah.
What's the wire tool called? Yeah, it's called a hot wire
Still a hot
cutter.
wire,
Oh, that's what we...
which isn't hot anymore because Neely broke
We can
it.
fix it. We just have to rewrap it. It's fine, but, like, Bill's gonna be mad. Is it still hot?
No.
Did it cool? Oh, let me see it.
Because it needs to be on both ends, I think.
Yeah, wait, can I see it?
No.
Okay. there's a thought. Okay. What other forms of art do you like to participate in, Heather? Mostly makeup, and like I paint a lot.
Shirt printing and stuff like
Oh yeah, I do screen printing. I'm starting up screen printing again, and I'll actually have an Etsy up, so like the D&D people can buy shirts if they want, because I need money.
D&D with
Pay
high
my
school,
student
D&D
loans.
with high schoolers
Yeah,
shirts.
I'll actually
Oh my
make-
god.
I'll
Oh my
make
god.
D&D with high school shirts because I need money to pay my student loans. Thank
JB
you.
Pritzker
that.
shirts.
JB Pritzker shirts. I love JB.
Dude, I see those.
Do you
ads
find
every
it's better
30
to
seconds.
focus the game around the miniatures or for the game to be focused around the verbal aspect of DMing? Probably verbal, right, Bill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Neely broke
I
the
played D&D for 30 years
We
without
broke
having
it.
any
hot- Neely
miniatures.
broke the hot wire.
God damn it. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, you
Just
just rewrap
unplug
it,
it.
right?
Imagine if it was
We did.
O'Malley.
It's off.
Like
It's off.
from there.
It's
Yeah.
off.
No, it's not off. It's still plugged in. Or,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
off though.
Yeah, but unplug it, dude.
Dude.
Garbar. Oh, wait, it is unplugged. Never mind.
Right, so I have in my basket of happiness. I
Do
have a
any of you
replacement.
guys play D&D outside of this? No.
No,
None
I
of us
only
do.
play. I only play Magic
No,
the
you do.
Gathering.
I do.
Bill does.
Magic the Gathering.
How's
and
it going,
competitive
guys?
Pokemon. So if any of you play competitive
good.
Pokemon, Smogon rules, I'll smoke you.
Tilia says hello. Hi.
I can't wait for
Yeah.
someone to challenge me and then
Yeah.
I'll destroy them in Pokemon.
Literally what he does when he has nothing to do.
I want ice
Yeah.
cream. I drove here.
You drove here?
Yeah, by myself.
Wait, how did you do that? You don't have a license?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I thought you did.
She just
Oh,
got
I
it.
did.
About 2 years
Heather,
later.
several people
What?
online have suggested that perhaps we should somehow incorporate the last year cast members to play with this current crop as like special characters. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, they come home for break soon. There's Thanksgiving coming up and then Christmas.
Yeah.
Or winter break.
Okay. T.
So T, we could just have one of them just sneak in here.
I mean, I'm always on the
Unexpected.
stream, so like
Because you're famous.
I don't want to play.
All right, plug it back in. Albert, switch with me.
Switch, oh.
Carbar,
You're
plug
still
it
in
back
the
in.
shot.
No.
I'm lazy.
But I can't read.
Bill, will we get to? I
You
can't
ready?
read.
I'm plugging it in.
Put this.
Bill
yes.
will,
put that back in my wicker basket.
Sam get to get her own character this Friday.
Not this Friday, but
Not this
yes,
Sit in the thing.
Sam is coming on to the show. She will be a part of the cast.
Has anyone really been far, even as decided to use, even go want to do look more like?
Yes.
Yes. How fun is it playing with Bill?
Bill, I have a math test to take.
Terrible.
Can I please try the hot iron once?
Fine.
I
But if
will
you
wreck
break
you
it
with
like
my
Neely, I'll kill you.
perfect
No, Neely broke it, and then she tried to say something.
Four.
All right, so look, you
far-fetched.
hold these two forks apart,
4? Is that 4 on them?
and then you go like this, gently,
Smoking.
evenly.
I've been playing D&D since
Good.
'75, so I think I have Bill beat for time.
Yes, you
LOL.
do. Who said that?
David,
David
and
Cross.
Yeah, David.
when did you start playing?
I was 3.
90?
I was 3. It's not. No, I started playing in '78.
Oh, you were 6.
Yeah, I started playing. My older brother was in middle school and got into D&D with his friends in middle school. And then he came home and taught me and made me a basic character on a note card, and I still have this character back in 1978. Will you please stop?
Why?
Pull it out.
Why? Can't you make it really nice? and
Yeah, you
intricate?
can, but dude, you're burning it. The longer the wire's in there, the more you're burning it.
Just pull it
This
out.
is so cool, Bill.
Please cut back away from that. I want that to be a big piece. All right, good. Now snap it off carefully.
And carefully, don't break it.
Oh my God, O'Malley, what did you make? Like a jigsaw puzzle?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Actually, that is pretty dope. Look at that. Matthew
No,
made a
Matt,
thing.
don't do
That's
that.
cool.
Matt, don't
No, no,
Matt, no.
Get out of here, you pyro. All right, there. I'll
That
save
is
that
so
for you.
cool, Bill. Shut up. Don't even lie.
Take
We're
it to
gonna-
your
Can I
next
try?
class.
We're gonna make these into. Wait, hold on. Do give me some more slack. We're gonna make these into subterranean cavern tiles.
Just snapping.
So they're gonna
gives
be-
good texture.
So you want to, as you're pulling this across,
Go like,
you want to kind of.
It's just like-
Wavy, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna like.
It's like
cut
it
off
should be like eroded, like it's eroded from water.
We're gonna have a fire.
all the way
I've
down.
never seen Funday Monday. What is this stream about?
This stream is
having
about
fun.
having fun. It's about crafts and art, and it's also about tabletop role-playing games, and basically anything else that you want to talk about, as long as it's clean. Keep it clean, people.
Bill, you are my favorite part and would love to see you DM with your friends. Any chance of that happening?
Yes.
Bard's Tale.
If you don't know about, well, I don't DM that one, but if
Yeah,
you don't
but-
know about the Handyman, I posted 2 episodes of my long-running campaign, The Handyman. Oh my God, we're all gonna die from this smell.
Yeah.
All right, give it a break for a second. So yes, I'm working on starting up the Handyman again, which I run in my original world. It's on a different continent than what you guys know from D&D with high school students. Oh, that's so gross, dude.
What'd you do?
He just ate some of it.
It's called Ligma.
It's not.
What's Ligma?
Ligma dick.
So yes, I will have that. Also, I'm working on the possibility for early December, possibly live streaming, if possible, if I have the bandwidth, live streaming my Gaming Weekend Guys game, which actually I don't DM, but I play in, and it takes place in the Forgotten Realms. So those of you who are big fans of the Forgotten Realms might really enjoy this. And it's essentially a group of old friends who have been playing D&D for over 30 years.
Bill, did you have a Stingray bike in the 70s? My dad did.
No, my brother had a Roger DeCoster
What?
and a Mongoose. But I had like leftover bikes because I was the youngest of 7. So, rip.
I think my dad had one because he would like work on stuff like that.
No, Heather.
All right, stop. The ASMR is the worst.
Ew.
Don't eat that.
How
It's
can you
poisonous.
have fun on a Monday? It's Funday Monday.
So Funday Monday started because people need to have more fun on a Monday. That's
Wait,
why.
wait, can I see the tool?
No, hold on.
Just once for
Very
ASMR.
similar to crafting.
Suck my nuts,
Oh,
ASMR.
how do someone wants to know how they find those episodes?
If you go to my channel, Bill Allan World, you can find on the channel, just search for The Handyman. There's 2 episodes, and they're a bunch of old guys and Brian Thomas from Initiative Coffee Company playing in my game.
That's actually really soothing noise.
All right, will you stop it now? You're making too much fire.
Someone said Bill goes Gordon Ramsay mode every time Matt touches something.
Well, yeah, I have to.
Who had a Razor scooter?
I did.
I had a Razor scooter.
I did.
Actually, I had a Razor like bike that would like spin. It was weird.
Do you guys like my ASMR?
Bill, do you miss Thaco?
Thaco.
Thaco. Or wait, there's more. Or do you like 5 edition better? I just like Thaco. ... LOL. Oh, that's from David, the guy who's been playing since 75.
You know, I mean, there's a nostalgic part of me that misses the old path. Certainly, I could say. But system-wise, I will say that 5th edition is more accessible. I find that most of the kids, if I had to teach even 3rd edition to anyone that was a new gamer, it might be kind of tough. It might be a kind of a tough sell. So I would say that while I personally enjoy old school mechanics like Thaco, I don't think that it's the most accessible thing for new players. I hope that,
Please, ASMR makes me sick.
yeah, no more ASMR.
This mini is what? Rotten.
I'm going to set off the fire alarm. Please, God,
Yeah, it
don't let
smells
this
so
happen.
bad.
Don't let this happen. Michael,
Someone said,
open up the back
please,
door.
ASMR makes me sick.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Said no ASMR,
We-
please.
we cannot cut any more pink foam today.
What?
The giant battery.
The giant battery
That
backup
did
thing.
an amazing job of taking out screws. With
My
a
hair
wrench
looks,
that was
way more-
Hello, everyone. I was just making some lunch when I noticed this was on.
What were you
welcome,
making?
welcome, David. What were you making?
I had
No,
McDonald's.
that's just carafa, right?
What? It's not Carafa.
Oh, yes. So, Neopip says, do you get your miniatures from various other board games, or do you make them, etc.? Both. We have miniatures. Well, I have old school miniatures. Like, I have old school
Is that 9:30?
Ralpartha and
Yeah,
Grenadier
that way.
miniatures,
That
like
way.
lead and pewter minis from the old days. I also have newer minis from Reaper. I have minis from Nolger's miniatures, the new Wizards of the Coast line. So I have a lot of minis from those. I have a ton of old Mage Knight minis, which I've converted some of them to like D&D bases. Those are a cheap way to get into it. The paint jobs are not spectacular, but whatever, they work. And then yes, I have a bunch of minis that are from like other stuff. Oh, I will burn you with this.
Dude,
I
I dare you.
I have a bunch of minis from other board games and stuff that's another creative way to get minis. If you don't have a lot of minis and you need some,
David's
you can
making
jack some from board
creamy
games.
cheddar pasta sides.
Oh, that
pretty
sounds
good.
good.
Sounds good. Also, someone wants Race wants to know. So how do you guys do recording sessions for D&D with high school students? Do you record for like a few hours and then break it up in segments? Not really.
No, so what we
kinda
do
straight
is
through.
what we do is we record once a week, usually Wednesdays after school, sometimes other days depending on when people are available,
Yeah.
and then we edit them like the following days, and then we just get them ready for the channel.
Truth.
Truth. Yeah, we usually upload Fridays at noon around there.
Yeah. So to maintain the Friday upload schedule, we try to shoot during the week.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's not a lack of it's more like schedules. Like the students are in different sports. Like Matthew, when does gymnastics start for you?
It's actually the first spring sport, so February, like the first week of
Oh,
February.
good. All right.
Big red.
I think I'm doing it.
No,
this year.
the only thing that would hold me back from going to Vegas would be is if we go over sectionals, because for me to compete in state, I have to compete in sectionals. But even if that happened, I would pay for if I could.
All right.
I'd pay for
Two things that have to be addressed. Number one, DoD Spec Ops says, "Would you like help painting your minis?" The answer is yes, but we can't afford to pay you. Part two, Envenomate Designs, my man. Remember the Envenomate Designs? He sent us those dice, the Brutalist dice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, those dice rule.
The metal one.
I can't test this myself at the moment, but you could probably get some really cool effects from that foam by splattering it lightly with acetone nail polish remover. That is true. Heather, you didn't bring any today?
No.
All right, fine.
I don't keep nail polish.
All right, we are going to get some nail polish remover, and you are right. If you're careful about it and you don't let it
Yeah.
melt completely
Weren't
through,
we gonna do that?
On
For
Norwegian
the,
No Life.
mountain.
You
should've
guys
picked
are
this,
really
right?
the only
Oh.
live stream I get excited about.
Aw. I forgot to tell you, yesterday when I walked in the shop, the mountain was just sitting there. And the bottom part, the top part, Andy has like all his like Star Wars stuff on it.
Yay.
But the bottom part was just sitting there, and he was like, "Yeah, so when's Carafa coming with his minivan to get this?" And I go, he doesn't want to. He threw like a fit last time Bill was trying to get him to take it, and he's like, well, if you guys don't want it, we're just gonna have to like burn it or something. And so we might like set it on fire. But he said that if you want it, you have to come get it.
What
but
is
I don't know
it?
where we'd put it. This giant mountain that
Carafa
we made
won't
for
let
a
us take
short
it.
film. Dave, please let us take it.
When we say giant, imagine like the terrain
It's
on the table, and it's
insane.
literally taller than Heather.
It's bigger
6
than
feet
me.
tall.
I was inside of it, gluing the inside. I was inside of the mountain.
Maybe.
Do you remember when I had to crawl in the wooden frame to glue it?
Yeah.
And I was like, it was so bad.
Oh my god.
I was like covered
And
in
the spray
glue.
foam.
Yeah.
Bill, what the heck?
All right,
is a
Joey
wood chip?
Finley says, "Hey guys, I love you all. I'm in Tucson, Arizona. My 2 older kids,
Yeah.
12-year-old boy, 10-year-old girl, have been playing D&D for
I
over a
don't
year
have
now with
money.
me as a DM at places at host event. Keep on being awesome." Thank you, Joey.
Get me a
We appreciate
milkshake.
it.
Hey.
Oh.
DoD Spec Ops,
Right.
are you saying that you'd paint some of these minis for free? Because you know what? You just made it up the list, buddy. I do already have your email, Spec Ops, so I'm gonna root through the boxes of minis and try to pick out the ones that we need the most help with. All right. Oh, hey, Ellen. Sometimes you got to roll with the murder hobos. Just make sure they suffer the consequences. True, true. I am bald.
Oh, they said you're bald.
No, Albert said I'm bald. Bill's bald.
No, he's
Why is
not.
that your last name?
Bill, help O'Malley.
No,
That's
don't
what
help
it
O'Malley. O'Malley just
Oh,
wanted to figure this
I
out on his
know.
own.
Yeah, acetone. Yeah, so the next step,
Where's the cowboy?
we can't use this anymore because I'm afraid it's going to set off the alarm and then the whole school will be mad at me.
There's no cowboy emoji.
So the
Oh, yeah,
next
there
step
is. Yeah, there
is
is.
we either need to get some acetone to melt this a little bit,
I put it.
but the idea is, see these elevations, Matthew?
There we go.
Yeah.
I put it
What
too.
we'll do is we're going to
I couldn't find
texturize
it 'cause
them
the
or
emojis
melt
are,
some
like,
of
weird
them.
on here.
And then you could either use them as standalone pieces, or you could stack them to make higher elevations for encounters.
Bill, but look, there's a wood chip in this piece.
Bill's bald.
Are you obsessed with that, Matthew?
It's bothering me.
So we'll have to continue this. Oh, and I have another piece here, which could be a whole nother set that's
Someone
stackable
said I
too.
just finished watching episode 2 from the series 3. That cliffhanger, Bill.
Oh yes, yes.
What school are y'all at? Because knowing only this much about it, it sounds great. Well,
We are at.
it's easy to
Well,
find
let
out
me
what
be the first
school-
one to tell you, it is not great.
I think it is.
I think it's easy to find out what school we go to, but I hate advertising it.
We go to Lyons Township High School in Western Springs, Illinois.
It's
That's not even the
It's not
right
even in
town.
Western Springs.
Yeah, it is. South Campus is.
okay.
Are we
So,
in South
Yeah.
Kent?
any tips on making your friends more interested in the RP part of D&D?
Nope.
You know what? It's hard. I think part of it is you have to find the right people. So I have friends who don't really care about the role-playing side who've been playing D&D for years. It's not a question of how long they've been playing. I think sometimes people don't care about getting into character. They just want to roll dice and escape reality and have fun. And that's
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
That's
And
Matthew.
you know what you do the whole time? We talk about the stupidest things, and you make us have conversations with people for an hour. And Tony just sits there and says stupid things.
you have to
Well,
get
I
into
could've
your
been
character. So if you want to find out how to get more people invested in
sandpaper.
role-playing,
This is
tune into
sharp.
season 3. Because if Matthew starts actually acting like an old, cranky, dragonborn sorcerer, then you'll know that I succeeded. And if he doesn't, then we'll kill him off and replace him with Albert. Oh, Matthew.
That's fine, because Tony gets... Okay, if Tony gets a guitar, like, why don't I have bagpipes? Like, do you really think
Get some bagpipes.
No, do you really think that'd be good for the show? You think that'd be good for the show?
They're like real bagpipes.
Yeah, but he's a bard. You're a sorcerer.
Guys, I tried to pick up Paul today, but he had work.
Oh,
Paul, where? Where does Paul work? Someone tell
He
me.
doesn't. Oh,
Probably the grocery store, right?
Betson Bobish says you have to find some nerds. True. Nerds are good people, typically. Actually, not all nerds are good. Let me just address this. There are some really grumpy
How to prepare
nerds
for
who are
Gen
not
Con.
very friendly. How to prepare for Gen Con.
Bag deodorant and shampoo. Make sure to shower every day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not just the hygiene thing. Some
really
of
bad
my fellow
dandruff.
nerds, some of my fellow
Yeah,
nerds
they
need
do.
to just
Can someone
lighten
plug
up.
this in?
No, I'm saying we cannot do it anymore,
Someone
dude.
said Matt should
We're
have
gonna-
a shirt that says "Old Cranky Dragonborn."
Yes, we're gonna do that shirt.
Bill, I feel like I
True.
could. What are these,
Yeah,
Bill?
I'm
I feel
gonna
like I
make
could crack them.
shirts
What are
to
they
sell.
made
Please
out
don't.
of? But Bill, why?
They're made out of resin.
Okay, but
They're dungeon tiles that we're going to paint, Matthew.
But my
And
question
then-
is, so look, this is like matte.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. We're gonna paint it.
Bill,
But
What?
I'm gonna make T-shirts. Okay.
Top 10 texts. Matt should get a pair of cymbals. Emery's gown. Bill, I plan on playing a rogue soon for a friend's campaign
know what?
out of the races. Goblin, Kobold, and Kenku. Which one would you pick?
Kenku.
No.
Kenku because
I said no.
not enough people play bird people.
Neo Pip, let me follow up that question with how does one make his friends play D&D?
Yes. So what I would recommend to get your friends to play D&D is just give them a bunch of pre-made characters. Don't spend too much time on explaining the world. Give them some dice and get them involved in an adventure right away. Like, just throw them into an adventure where they have to fight things and get treasure, and don't worry about whether or not they have a lot of story or plot or character development. Get them into the game first. And then if they like it and they want to play again, it's easier to gradually introduce more plot line and more story.
Andre Lupin says, Matt is an old cranky sorcerer. He just complained about his school.
He is.
RP should be easy. Throw in some black egg and he'll be fine.
Yeah. See, Matthew actually, I have faith that Matthew is a good role player. We just have to pull it out of him. And that will be my challenge as the DM to entice him with... And actually, you know what? I think this is a great table topic to discuss because there are plenty of people like Matthew who would rather destroy your campaign because he's bored and then you spent hours and hours of time than to engage in it. So the challenge is to get the Matthews of the world engaged in the game and not to destroy it.
DoD Spec Op says, at Bill and Ellen, are you doing any cons this year?
Gary Con.
Yeah, the next con we're done. Well, I'm not. Brian Thomas from Initiative Coffee
going.
Company is going to be at Gamehole Con this coming weekend. So if you're going to Gamehole Con, you should go.
What's Gamehole?
It's in Madison, Wisconsin. It's a big gaming convention. It's not like Gen Con.
Yeah.
But
Wait, why? Oh, wait.
It's
Gen
big.
Con was scary.
Our next convention is actually Lion Con. So if you're in the Chicago area and you want to see us in person, you can come to Lion Con. It's in the first weekend of February. You
We'll
can
be
find out
selling
more about
t-shirts.
it. Yeah, we'll have games and T-shirts and comics and games and artists and
And you
vendors.
can take pictures with us, and
Uh-huh.
we'll sign autographs for $20.
No, we won't.
If you, only if you Venmo me.
Okay.
$100.
All right.
I
So
get all the money.
Heather also makes personalized videos for unsaid Venmo amounts.
no. So
I'm
I
scared.
have absolute faith that this year's
Pay my
Lion Con
student
is
loans.
going to be amazing.
Wait, Bill. So
Isn't it over
I have an
Super
idea.
Bowl
Do you
weekend?
want to hear the idea?
It is over
first?
Super Bowl weekend. It's the first weekend in February.
Why?
Yes, Matthew.
So I think Albert figured this out. You can pay Soldier Boy $100 and
Yes.
he'll do a video message saying anything you want.
Yes.
Can we use that for this year's basketball intro? Can we get
I'm
Soldier
so-
Boy?
That's
be
so
so funny.
iconic.
Maybe.
And he's like
It's
Lions
$100.
Township High School.
Yeah, go LT.
Say
Go
something
LT
about the
weirdos.
weirdos.
We
That's where it's at.
the next big convention beyond our own Lion Con is in March, and that
That's
is
iconic.
Gary Con. So we will be at Gary Con.
Where is that?
I
Oh,
don't.
Lake Geneva.
It's in
right?
Lake Geneva. I don't know all the details yet, but we are probably going to be the official crew, video crew for Gary Con,
I
like
just want to go to Lake Geneva.
like we
I
were
love
at Gen
it
Con.
there.
Heather, are you going?
Yeah, because I just want to go to Lake Geneva.
I wish I could meet you, but I'm in Norway. You know what?
We'll come
You
to
never
Norway.
know. If we
School
blow up
trip.
big enough, we'll go to Norway.
School trip.
Stop.
School trip. Let's budget it.
It's definitely a bit of an extra challenge. On the other hand, they make good infiltrators because, as far as I know, they can get perfectly mimic people's voices. Yes, Kenku.
We met the guy who says it's high noon.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
great.
I have my room maybe bought.
So if you want to go to a convention,
Bill, who's the DM of Critical Role?
Oh yeah, Heather.
The
Matt.
DM of Critical Role is Matthew Mercer.
He's the voice actor for McCree.
Yeah. See? Have you heard of D&D channel called Puffin Forest who does animation? Yes, I love
No.
Puffin Forest. I have to show it to them. It's basically a funny. I wish like I had an animator who would just animate all of our stories.
Anna
That would be
Westergaard.
awesome. Yeah, Anna. It would be like 2025 before the first episode was done.
That's so rude.
Well, it's just true. I mean, oh, top 10 text says wizards or sorcerers. Well, Low level, sorcerers. High level, wizards.
What am I, sorcerer?
You're a sorcerer. Sorcerers are cool, but wizards are, without a doubt, the masters of arcane magic, especially at higher levels. So if you can live long enough, wizards are the best option. And Venomate says, I think people who can't roleplay are usually shy. You need to convince them that nobody at the table is judging them for it. I judge people more if they think RP is lame. I agree with that, and Venomate. That's the truth. I would only play a kobold if I rolled good stats. You met Daddy Mercer, yes. We met like everybody at Gen Con.
Nice.
For those of you just tuning in, we at this past year's Gen Con, we were the official crew for Gen Con's live stream channels, both of them. So we did all of the vendor and exhibitor room live streams, and we did all of the gaming. We were like literally the crew.
Yeah, we worked 18-hour days.
Michael, sit down. You could describe that. Michael worked 18-hour days, and so did, but Matthew didn't. He like
Every
slept
day.
under the table, and he went to the mall with Paul.
And they played mini golf 3 times.
Yeah.
Whereas I was in the studio.
So yeah,
just
we've
working.
met everybody. We know everybody,
Awards they won
and yeah,
for Lane won all those for the Indiana
I
film
know.
race.
I saw her reaction
That's
thing
so
from
cool.
LA.
That's
So yeah,
cool.
it's really cool to meet all those people, and I will say, having met multiple of them multiple times, there are a lot of really cool people in this gaming community trying to open up doors of gaming. And some people are haters, and they're like, oh, all the LA people are, that's not how real gamers are. You know what? Everybody's different. Everybody's different.
Like, who cares?
Yeah.
People get so hurt. Like, who cares?
Yeah. Like, everybody that I met at Gen Con, all the big-time celebrity streamers were just genuinely nice, down-to-earth people. Like,
I agree.
Several, like Matt Colville asked me and Carafa for, like, advice about video stuff. Ivan Van Norman, Satine Phoenix, and Rudy Rutenberg, like...
Ivan was so funny.
Matt Forbeck, like, all those guys are all just normal people, man. And that's,
You want your
it is what it
throne
is.
back?
Let's see.
Prince?
Bill, is there a way for druids to specialize in some kind of magic? I want at higher levels for my druid to specialize in water magic. I think so. But you know what? Let me tell you, Andre Lupin, if there is a way, that's cool. If there isn't a way, as your DM, I would work with you to customize your character's ability to do that. I would create an in-story mechanism for you to master this elemental art, specifically focusing on that. So I think it's very feasible. Look how happy Matthew is with like a blade. A sharp, sharp blade. And he's just creating little
He's
mini,
like a 2-year-old.
mini rocks and
You
terrains.
can, like,
That's good. Keep
just
going. We need little
get
mini...
him to do
That's like
whatever.
scatter terrain. We'll like paint it up and then like, oh, you're in the caves and a rock collapses. And Matthew will be like, ree, and he'll just drop.
What's that circle thing?
This is like a thing that I use to draw circles to different sizes
Oh.
if I'm doing terrain.
Oh.
It's like a ruler, but of circles.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's see.
I might be meeting James Charles on Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
yet.
5e makes every
the purple
class
hair
guy.
overpowered. I missed 3-5 when Wizards started with 4 hit
yeah.
points, but at level 20 could cast wish spells.
This is something different.
You know what, Jacob? I feel you. I understand. I think that I wouldn't use the word overpowered, though. I think that's thrown out a bit much. Because you could always scale power. In my opinion, there's no such thing as overpowered, because if something's overpowered, the DM's obligation should just be to create a challenge. Now, I do believe that that can lead to power creep, and power creep can also be prevented. One way that I prevent power creep is just limiting certain things in my world. And it's not to be a jerk, it's because in my world, I don't want power creep.
Look at how thin I got it.
That's masterpiece, dude.
This
That's
is
like some
fun.
Chef
Look at
Ramsay
this.
stuff.
3 nuggets.
Only
for 7 more minutes.
Hey,
Oh, free nuggets. Heather, will you go get food?
Emrys
you
says
drive?
the man is gorgeous. Yes.
I run out of here, like sprint to the
Vic Corp says, I love Harmon Quest since they animated the story. I love
you
Harmon
drive
Quest
I'm
too.
getting the chills. It's so
I wish Harmon Quest was free, but I don't have it.
Just cutting off thin pieces.
Coastal druids are good at water stuff, yes.
Look,
See,
I
crowdsource it.
to meet James Charles.
Did you win? Who's
No,
James
I don't
Charles?
know yet. He's a makeup artist.
James Charles is amazing.
He's coming to
Look at
Woodfield
that.
Mall
No
Saturday.
Look at that.
And you have to like,
Look at
well, you
how
have to
bad it
enter
is.
to meet
Wait,
him.
shh. No
So I
filter.
entered.
No filter responded to Andre's question. Go circle of the land and pick coastal and see if your DM will let you switch out some of the given coastal spells for others that you want more. I totally agree. Heather, I'm going to cut you with this. Bill, do your best absurd voice, please.
No. You don't want to hear an absurd voice. You want to hear his dog voice.
Ew,
Oh, yeah.
it's so creepy.
Well, I would like to go to, if there are some depots of bacon, could I? Remember D&D with dogs, how we're going to do that?
Yeah, I'll bring Nova.
And then the DM's trying to describe what's happening next.
Squirrels.
Can we go hunt squirrels again? No, you already did that last round. Are there any more squirrels? How about bunny rabbits? So that's my dog, Scooter.
Wait, what is the thing for the 7-day? Because we could make that our 7-day film video.
Oh my god, I don't even know yet.
That'd be
That
kind of
tomorrow?
iconic.
Best voices. Let me see.
Isn't that tomorrow? Is it really?
Well, one of my great
Didn't we just, absurd voices is the man who
speaks like his throat is
clogged with
cheese. And he sometimes enjoys speaking like this, in a manner of speaking, which is sometimes found to be delightful while played as an NPC, and other times is quite annoying, and people want to kill him. Conversely, there is another character who sometimes speaks like this. And it is essential to understand the idiosyncrasies of this sort of arcane magic prior to any sort of dabbling with alchemy.
Well, probably not actually.
What else? Give me like a barbarian voice.
He would buy it.
Barbarians?
Yes.
So, parents are going.
Optimal. Very mild.
Nope. That's
Imported Maduro wrapper.
Too deep. You sound like a giant.
Well, what kind of voice would you like, mate?
No, that's like
Maybe a voice like this.
That's like a bandit, like a big
Well,
bandit.
Well, how about, what do you mean? Do you want to hear a smaller barbarian?
No, but like
Do you want to hear a smaller barbarian?
a more articulate,
that?
less accent.
I am barbarian.
No,
I will stab you with my sword. My pointy, stabby short sword.
no, you sound like
I am
you're,
halfling barbarian.
you sound like you're a genie or something.
What time is silent film on Saturday?
Khal Drogo. Oh my god, Khal Drogo's my favorite. I have the man crush.
Am
on
I going
Khal
to this
Drogo.
thing on Saturday, Bill?
Yeah, what time is that?
We have to get the final list together.
We have
Bill's
the final
forehead
list.
is the most expensive advertising space in all of Chicago. True. Hey Vishnu, hey Vishnu.
Expensive advertising.
Tuning in from across the ocean. Good to see you guys. Marvin the Martian. Yeah. Would you consider voice acting given the chance?
No.
Sure. I need money. I have kids and they have to go to college.
You know what? Maybe if you didn't spend a half of your income on D&D.
Well, you know what? Oh my god. My cat is sitting on my lap and I can't get up now. Well, looks like you're stuck.
What would Sean Robinson do in that situation? I think
What
that's
would...
it.
Yeah. Riga's got it. Beavis. So I actually have a character. Ow.
Oh, you ripped it in half.
Oh.
No more
Good thing I
wall thing.
shaved this morning.
Bill,
No,
Yeah.
I
look
shaved.
what I made.
I feel gross when I don't shave.
Double toothbrush, but it's not. This goop is
Wow,
not
Matthew.
good goop.
Wow, don't use my goop. It's expensive.
This is bad goop.
Dumbass. It has to stick for like 3 hours. Put it together.
No, we're gonna go scrape the grease.
Ooh, psionics. I have never liked psionics. Not since it came out, and I still don't like it. That's why I don't like the Mystic class. When one uses the term OP for overpowered, I think of psionics.
That company.
What's psionic?
Oh, wait, Andre, you're back in Romania, my homeland. Get over here, homie. Come shout out at your... Guess who else is Romanian? It's Albert. Albert, say something.
Yeah.
That's our,
the tea.
our boy Albert speaks fluent Romanian. You know how I know? Because sometimes he gets in trouble on the phone and his parents are yelling at him, and
True.
he can only talk to them in Romanian.
Wait, Bill, what's a psionic?
Priorities, man.
Sam
D&D
says hi.
toys first, then kids' college funds. You're
Damn.
and Venomate. You were so
Hi,
right.
Sam.
You know what the remaining guy says?
Do you use green stuff for buildings or other structures? I have not dabbled with green stuff, although I know it
Gordon
is.
Ramsay activate.
Many people enjoy the green stuff. Oh my god, Matthew, do you not understand that the smell of that glue... Are you high right now?
No. From the glue, no?
Yes. It's like jet glue, dude.
Wait, what glue?
The
The
E6000, the goop.
Oh, yeah, that's just gross.
Don't use my goop.
What is he doing?
You're gonna goop up the whole table.
Dude, you use the razor to goop off?
I'll goop off on your mom.
When will Sam be in D&D? Sam
Why
will be in
is
D&D
Sam just a
next Friday, not this Friday. We have to make Sam's
You
character.
guys need to.
Have any of the cast found like a character voice for themselves yet? Like
No.
when Tony started trying to do a character voice for Cademan, that was great. Tony is trying to do character voices, but no one else has yet. Emrys. So we shall see. Vishnu, you guys need to make a dragon and use it in campaign. I have so many dragon ideas, but they would die. But maybe that's what happens.
Do you guys want us to do voice acting? Is that the thing?
You should use these.
What are they?
It's like the little
Baby
colors
bells?
for my little chief baby bells.
Yeah.
There we go.
What games does the crew play in their own time?
No
I play
games.
video games.
No
FIFA.
free
Matthew
and
plays video games.
FIFA,
I do my
Overwatch,
makeup.
Fortnite.
Look at these cool little rocks that Matthew made.
That's about it.
We can have them be like little
You want to
rock
know my strategy
formations.
for making rocks, Bill?
Yeah.
Watch.
I play Pokemon and Magic the
Wow.
Gathering.
I should have known that you use the power of destruction to create Matthew, because you are the very force of entropy and chaos.
Pachow.
Huh?
Matt, try your best character voice. Let's try it. How would Yomi say?
Well, like, do you want me to do my real Yomi accent, like the
Yes.
guy I based it off
Do
of?
the Yomi accent, please. Shh.
Macho, oh, Macho, I have not seen you in so long. Oh, we need to go golf. I need to go hit the golf course. And then he just like...
That would
That's
be
really
awesome.
I'm
no, but like,
scared.
it's like Nigerian and it's not like
You're always
Jamaican,
scared,
but at the same time,
I'm
it's
calling
like,
the
it's hard.
I love it. Do it.
Nigerian, I can't do a Nigerian accent. That's hard.
We have
Bill,
55
you make Ankalagon the Black and see if he dies. Ooh, well.
Matt did that accent and we lost 2 viewers.
That's about right.
No, well, now he's just saying.
Vic Corp says, I love this
Yeah.
cast. I love how well Tony and Beecher play their characters. Are you going to make a fan art video? Yes. Yes. Martin DiLorenzo is another one of our artistic fans on Instagram. J.L. Martin, remember? He did some stuff, and he's done some new illustrations.
Perfect.
And of course, Luigi Manese. If you haven't gone to see Luigi's Insta, you should.
My foot fell asleep.
Wake it up.
Once I can find a ref of all your characters, especially a Dragon Board, I'd love to make a small comic of him. Oh my god, that would be awesome. Oh, so Andre said that was good. He said just a little bit deeper, and that would be perfect. Please talk like that during the live show. See, they all want you to do it, Matthew.
This is uncomfortable.
Is there anything you can't do, or perhaps would like to be able to do? I would like to play D&D in a castle in Europe, because
I would like to buy a
I'd like to
Tesla.
run D&D in a castle in Europe, because I would run it better than anybody.
I'm going to buy a Tesla for my 21st birthday.
Okay, Heather.
That's my goal.
3 days of collegiate experience.
Maybe Matthew should get high on glue before the next D&D section. Not condoning drug use. Emrys says, Matt, that would be awesome if you could talk like that as Yomi. See, everybody loves it.
I don't.
Stop, you're dulling my X-Acto knife. God damn it. Maybe age the voice by like 30 years and we're golden. That's me. In my old campaign, a dragon stayed in the group for a while as a rabbit and then polymorphed much later. See, I like that style. I like sneaking them in.
This is that guy that we met at the restaurant. Who's the biggest
I can't
celebrity?
read. Where do you get this stuff? Oh, Day Hernandez. Bill, who's the most surprising celebrity or big name that you have met through the D&D
That
community?
guy you met at the restaurant at Gen
Satine
Con.
Phoenix.
That like made that game and you were like, oh my god. Remember he walked in like a suit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Merle Rasmussen
Yeah.
is was one of the early TSR game developers. He's the author of Top Secret,
We just like
the
randomly
greatest
ran
spy
into
game,
him.
and I randomly, and he's like the nicest man on the planet, and like his
cool
wife
old
took a
man.
picture of me and him together, and like I have his card. Like he's just the
He
nicest,
was just
coolest
like
dude.
living his best life, you
Yes.
know?
Jason Carl, multiple times on multiple occasions at Gen Con, from Vampire the Masquerade and White Wolf. Amazing, really nice guy. Satine and Rudy.
At a concert.
Ivan Van Norman on multiple occasions.
Oh, he's cool.
Ivan gave me a copy of ABCs of D&D and signed it for my son. That's how cool Ivan is. All those guys, really, honestly, all those guys were really cool. God, who else was in the big streams at
Big
Gen
show,
Con, you guys?
Show something Walters. There's something.
I feel like I'm forgetting like huge
three-name
names.
guy. Who's
Oh,
three-name
B-Dave,
guy.
yeah, B-Dave Walters was like, again, like, just so many cool people. Luke Gygax, Alex Gygax, Tim Kask, like some of the great old masters.
He is dope.
I'll tell you
I
somebody
jumped on
who,
one of the-
I'll tell you, you know what, I'm going to tell you somebody who is one of the most humble men and is a encyclopedia.
Where did you get the 3D?
Paul Stormberg. Paul Stormberg.
David.
He is Legends of Wargaming. He is the walking archive of the history of wargaming and tabletop gaming, and is just a resource.
What's
Like this guy's
wargaming?
Matthew. You would love wargaming because there's
think
no
I
role
would.
playing.
I think I would.
It's just literally war.
Like I just want to.
Minis, terrain,
It's like
sandbox.
Risk, it's like Risk, but you control.
It's
the
like
board.
Risk, but like you change the terrain every game.
But better.
Like it's amazing. Yeah. Sorry if I spammed. Did you ever put the teeth around the big eye on the dragon thingy? No, we didn't. Not yet. That's still a work in progress. Probably for Crafty Thursday we'll do that.
We're talking about Hobo Johnson. Because I met him the other day.
Oh.
And people know his music.
I wish D&D is in Ireland. I am sad. You know what? I wish we could go to
Ready for
Ireland.
this magic trick?
I was there.
Because this half-ass Irishman right here, Matthew O'Malley,
Half-ass Irishman.
I'm
That's
not
funny.
even
he'd,
Irish.
he'd like to go to Ireland.
That's my
and
one
I would like
country.
to...
There's only
Let's
one
play-
place I want to visit before I die, and it's Ireland.
Let's
Yeah.
play D&D
Look
on
how
the
strong I am. Ready?
cliffs.
Knife into the table.
Please don't...
Oh.
You thought, Bill. You thought. Oh, I got you so good.
All right, stop it. People are complaining about the noises you're making. Be quiet. I look over to my cat, and she's licking herself on my bed. Nice. What is your opinion on the Warhammer series? I don't. I've never been a big Warhammer player. I respect, however, I respect the dedication that Warhammer and Age of Sigmar require in terms of building and painting your armies and playing tactical strategy games.
Warhammer's
I'm just
crazy.
not a huge gamer of the war type, but I respect it.
Everyone's calling him Matt Cat. Read this.
Matt is just like a cat. No matter how many times he's been yelled at, he gives no fucks and just yes, that's absolutely true.
Matt Cat.
I just this
Go
past
to
summer,
Cork. Let's go to Cork.
I just this past summer
Cork
went
is
to
really nice. I've been there.
France,
Same.
England, and Scotland. Haven't been to Ireland. Would love to go to Ireland. Maybe what we'll do is book a northern
Tour.
Atlantic European tour where we go to Ireland and Norway. What do you guys think?
I'd
be
be
down.
so down because
I have so much family.
Because
in
We
Europe.
find
Ireland
castles,
was
and then we
the
end
best
up in
thing ever.
Romania,
Dude,
and we play in a fucking Romanian castle.
no, we literally live like less than like 10 minutes away from a castle.
Oh my god!
let's go.
Oh my god! Let's go!
Okay.
I'm shook.
Let me just
My wig just. Where's my wig?
my wig. I'm bald.
Doesn't
Oh, I was
exist.
gonna bring my
You have
wig
no
for
hair.
you to wear. I
Where do you get all the
forgot.
3D figures and houses? Oh, quite a few different places,
You
friends.
make
I
McDonald's
bought a
stores.
bunch from Dwarven Forge, and it almost cost me my marriage because it's a lot of money. I make a lot of them. If you look on my channel, under the crafting videos, there's a lot of that terrain. So I show you how to make them for really cheap. And they look good, and they are great on the table. The minis, a lot of them are my old minis that I've bought that are from like the 70s and 80s. And then some newer ones, and then some from board games. So I have kind of a mix. The cheapest way to go if you want bulk minis is to see if you could find somebody selling a ton of Mage Knight minis online. They're not the perfect scale, but they work really well for D&D. You can cut the big fat Mage Knight bases off and put them on normal bases with a little glue, and they're great. Ellen says, time to hunt vampires in Romania. Yeah, see?
Oh yeah.
True.
Hey, Bill, you need to add a war episode where all the cast gets involved in the war. It's coming, Vishnu. It's coming. Well, we'll see. Maybe. I don't want to have too many spoilers on today's Funday Monday, but hashtag spoilers. A war is brewing. I don't want to say with what factions, but you'll see.
What?
Heather Shaw.
So, why isn't the guy sitting
What
next
even
to you in the
fucking
cast? He will be. This is Albert. He'll be joining the cast. But Albert does a lot of the behind-the-scenes things. Bill, have you thought about a female villain? She could try to seduce a character. Yes. In fact,
Call them out.
I did have a female villain, but we'll see. Hi, Heather, says Roxy.
Hi.
Yeah, this is Albert, and Albert is behind the camera. He's part of the crew, but he is we're looking at a way to integrate him into the gaming campaign for this year.
Really? This season?
What do you guys think would be the worst class race combo?
There's no worst
There,
class.
you know what? I agree with Albert. There isn't really a worst class. You can. It's pretty flexible. I would say anything really clunky trying to be a rogue is probably not a good idea. Or anything really not charismatic trying to be a sorcerer or a bard. But see, even that I think could be fun. Like a half-orc bard could be fun.
You'd probably have to be experienced, though.
Yeah. Goliath rogue. Emrys is right. Like a big, bulky, but that would be like Conan, you know, Conan the Barbarian, like how he was a thief for a while. And even in the movie, like Subutai was like, you too big to be a thief. Orc wizard, yeah. What kind of paints do you use? For the terrain, I use cheap crafting paint that I get for 50 cents a tube at Walmart. But for mini painting, I suggest using much better quality paint. And there's several like companies that you could go to for your paint needs. I guess probably the top would be Vallejo. Boris Vallejo's paint line. It's incredible.
I buy the $1 ones from Joann's.
Yeah.
Or they're like $1.20 something.
So Trodat says elf barbarian. I actually think an elf barbarian would be
Wait,
dope.
you skipped this cool question.
What? I didn't
It
see
said like if you could build a campaign with celebrities.
Bill, if
like,
you could
Vin
select a
Diesel-
group of celebrities for a campaign, who would you put together and what? Oh yeah,
Kanye
see.
West.
Kanye.
That'd be funny.
So, if you're talking about celebrities who play the game, I would love to have Vin Diesel.
No, just do like random celebrities.
Well,
That's way funnier.
but all right. So random celebrities, I would do separate
Bonnie
games.
Bear.
I would do a an old Rockstar game where I had like Alice Cooper, Joan Jett,
Freddie
Grace
Mercury,
Slick.
Even though he died.
He's dead.
Well, okay.
Jimmy
Theoretically.
Page. Let me think.
Slash.
No, he's too young. I'm talking old rock stars. Oh, and Alice Cooper.
You already said Alice Cooper.
Steven Taylor.
Did I?
Yeah,
Steven Tyler
that was
from
yours.
Aerosmith.
Steven Tyler,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'd have like an old rock star his game. Then I'd have like
That was aggressive.
then I'd have another game
Oh, Albert the bell ring.
with like
Aiden is
Bert,
circle for you.
the bell rang.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Are we?
You're okay, Aiden. You're okay.
yeah. As of 3.5, there was
What,
no
a
rule
Jack
that prevented
Black?
sneak attack damage from applying to a dire flail attack. I had some fun with half
You
orc
staying
rogues.
after school?
Yeah. Rock gnome monk, a wood elf barbarian totem warrior,
Johnny
Set up
Cash.
computer.
Terry Crews all day.
We're not
Yes.
putting the computers back.
Jack
I
Black.
need to edit.
Kanye
Yeah, dude.
West.
You have to do that tomorrow.
Yeah, Kanye moved to
Because they're gonna do
Naperville.
the floor tonight.
Oh,
Did you
That's
hear that?
crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Should I drive to Naperville right now?
Your email.
No.
Kanye moved to Naperville?
Yeah.
That's like 10 minutes away from us.
I know.
That's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
Who's
But
your
Kim
email?
is staying in California.
Norwegian No Life says, Bill, what's
Kanye
your favorite kind of drink? I
moved to
take you either
Naperville.
for a beer or bourbon. Bourbon.
Bourbon.
I don't drink beer anymore. It's too. It makes me feel full. Carafa and I drink bourbon.
Yes, we know.
You should expand the number of cast members greatly. Run an even more West March style campaign and stream D&D. Oh my God.
Every day.
So-
That'd be so
We
exhausting.
Well, we could. I mean, we could fourth
Okay.
period, but it would only be 25 minutes. That's the problem. 25-minute fix every day.
You could.
Fix.
And then like once a week have like a full
We could do that for like a
episode.
week. We could do that for like a week.
Yeah, that just wouldn't work because not everyone's here every
Yeah,
day.
and we have stuff to like. I
Yeah,
have stuff like this
homework.
week. I really don't
We
have
are
anything to
actually,
do.
Basketball.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
everyone actually has things to do.
Heather and Cooper.
Ew.
But not that we wouldn't
What
want to
the
do
heck?
D&D every day.
That's
I
kinda
would love
funny,
to,
though.
but
Shit. Heather. X.
X.
Most fun
Boxers.
character to flaw to party with. Hello,
I thought for a second my cat was. coming.
Vishnu asked about shapeshifting. Yes, if it were part of the storyline and in character and not just a way to be more powerful, I would totally be okay with lycanthropy of any kind, like werewolf, werebear, were-rat, or vampirism. Vampirism? Yeah, vampirism.
Should go to
I would be
Hobby
okay
Lobby
with
for
that.
this?
But it has to be, I think that kind of stuff has to be really part of the storyline and the plot, and it should be something that's like really kind of a mixed blessing / curse for the characters.
Do you want me to drive you to your car?
If it's done well, I think it could be great.
Or whenever you.
Okay.
The best number of players,
I'm leaving soon.
Neopip is
I have to go
6
to Hobby Lobby.
maximum. I know some people like to have big tables, but I think it gets a little unwieldy when you have more than 6. I've played fantastic campaigns, some of the best campaigns in my life, with 3 players and 1 game master. So that can be great too. You don't need a lot. Have you, DM Overlord of Chicago, considered breaking next to all the stuff about forms, brands, and rules for the sake of fun and fantasy flow? Yes. Yeah.
T.
Well,
Yeah.
badass. Bill Allan, damage, and
Breaking next to all the stuff about forms, brands,
What?
and rules for the sake
Yeah, wait,
of
Bill,
fun
you have,
and
like,
fantasy
children.
flow. So I guess, Roxy, to answer that question,
It hasn't
yes,
started
I break the rules all the time, and I don't use the mechanics. Like, I use what I need to use, and that's pretty much all I need to use. Have I invented my own mechanics? Yes. Will you be able to see them and buy them? Yes. Hashtag spoilers. Hashtag 2020. Hashtag
vote Bill Allan for president.
Kickstarter. Yes. My friend said that dragons have polymorph. Does that mean Matt can morph as well? No. Maybe later at another level. What's your favorite title? Overlord, Dungeon Master, Game Master, something else? My favorite title, Vic, is Storyteller. I don't mind being called a DM or GM, but you know, over the years, there's so many different titles for that role that DM kind of
made a
became
platform. That's
DM
smooth.
kind of became the Kleenex. That's very good, actually. DM kind of became the Kleenex description. Bye, Albert. So, you know, even if you were playing not Dungeons & Dragons, most of my friends and I would just refer to it as, like, who's going to be the DM? But when White Wolf came out, they called that role the Storyteller. And that stuck with me because a Storyteller does the part of a DM. A Storyteller is the Game Master. A Storyteller is the referee of a game. So no matter what game system you're coming from and that system gives to that title, a Storyteller is those things. Plus, I just like telling stories, period, even if it's not in a game. So that's why I like that. But the DM Overlord thing actually is a joke. The DM Overlord of Chicago thing is a joke. My friend and fellow DM and gamer Dan Miranda, Dr. Daniel Miranda, he had a White Wolf character who was the Archbishop, or like the Bishop of Chicago. It was like a vampire game. So I was like, well, if he's the Bishop of Chicago, I'm the DM Overlord of Chicago. And that's where that came from. It was just a joke. I don't really...
It's just T.
Yeah.
No one's ever challenged you, though.
Yeah. No one's ever challenged
No
me,
T,
though,
no
so.
shade, just facts.
Brian tried to challenge me
You're
one
bald.
time. He was like, I run more games than you. I was like, that's not what it's about.
You're still
You're
better,
bald.
though, and you have more views.
And I'm bald.
You're literally bald.
You should stream class again like you did once before. Well, I could, but not with these knuckleheads. Whackity schmackity
No,
doo.
wait. No, with the
Eighth
bro
period
class.
is here. This is just a pack of bros.
Pack of
I know Badass. Looking forward for further inspirational breaking stuff, and thank you. Yes!
Am I right?
Thank you for using the Badass system.
Doesn't there need to be a bro class every year?
Most D&D channels don't show character creation, and that kind of annoys me. Guess what? We're going to have Sam Ruffner's D&D character creation coming soon. If I could get it done this week. If not, next week. Anthropy. The afflicted character occasionally changes into a different guy. No other changes, just a different guy. That's kind of cool. Is that just psychological or physical? It's almost like a faceless men thing without control over it. I like that.
Wait.
Yes.
I'm
Do
watching.
you do one level a season, or can the players do anything to level up within a season? Yes. So in this season, in season 3, if we play long enough, they might get 3 levels. We don't know.
When's it gonna?
It's gonna come.
What is your favorite feat for a stout halfling rogue? Ugh. Good question.
Someone
Bill,
said hi. How are you?
What
I'm
do
good.
you think is the best fighting style for the fighter class? I like dueling. I like a shield and a weapon.
I'm good. How are you, Alexa?
Wish more channels had overhead cameras
Alexa.
focused on the dice trays.
Lights.
Yes,
Play Pete
thank you.
Davidson by Ariana Grande.
Hi Heather, how are you? Silver Tongue.
Everyone go listen to Ariana Grande's new song
Why?
because it's so good. It's called "Thank You Next." Thank you.
Let's go get Chick-fil-A.
True.
I don't want anything though.
Who
am
is
I
the
just
most
robbing you off
richest
at your
character
car?
in the campaign as of now?
don't want anything.
If you refer to
It's
season
like you
2,
have your car.
I would say Willie
I just want
Stroker.
you to drive me somewhere.
Willie probably amassed the greatest wealth thus far in the series. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Unfortunately, we have to cut this short because I have a class full of teenage boys who will just wander around in circles and not do anything unless I tell them what to do. Where is the Tarrasque? Oh, so many levels from now. Gotta go, though. But thanks, everybody, for tuning in. This Friday, next episode of the show is coming out on Friday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And also, if you like just general things about tabletop role-playing games, go over to Initiative Coffee Company's YouTube page and subscribe. And click on Rise and Roll.
Wait, do you
because we put out episodes every week. How do you determine amount of XP gained for leveling up those players? It's a mix of like the actual adventure experience, challenge rating, and milestones. I kind of mix all the techniques. And we're like 30 seconds late. So,
It's so
bye, you guys. Thanks for
delayed.
tuning in. We love you all. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Heather's in control. Peace out. I love how Matthew just left like half of a candy bar.
Ew. Wait, did he end it?
I don't know.
Okay, bye.